Falsely thoughts, race, life's a twisted place. No time to erase. I'll just keep the pace.
And we are live. All right, Shpelly, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining. Are you at least 18? And do you think you give me a good reason to believe in a God?
Yeah, I'm 26, and
You think you could give me a good reason?
yeah.
Cool. What is that reason?
I may not be good to you, but I think the good reason is that if we're wrong, then we have a lot to risk, and that if we're right and there is no God, then it's nothing anyway.
Which God are you talking about?
I mean, any God, any higher power, but I believe in the Christian God. But I think that if you can build a higher power in your head, it can be substantially useful to your life.
It can be. I'm not denying that it could be useful, but that doesn't mean that's a good reason to believe it, right? Because I can do the same thing with a pink unicorn. That'll be useful. But my main issue, which what you're talking about before, was that that's just Pascal's wager, isn't it?
Can you explain Pascal's wager to me? I'm a little uneducated.
Pascal's wager is basically that same thing. Like he asked that question of, you should rather believe than not believe. But the problem with that is that there are multiple different God concepts. You don't know which one of them was going to be right. Like, for example, you believe in the Christian gods, but if I were to convert to that, according to the Muslims, I'm wrong and I'll be heading to hell. According to the Jews, I'm wrong and I'll be headed to their version of hell. According to the Hindus, that'll be wrong and I'm headed to their version of hell. Which one is actually correct? That's the entire issue. That's what Pascal's wager is all about.
Wow, that's a really good explanation. Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem.
So like based off of that, I mean, you really wouldn't have any good reason to believe in God ever. So I mean, you could just sit here all day and hear a bunch of bullshit, right? And like you're never gonna really come to that conclusion unless you yourself come to that conclusion. So it's kind of just a waste of time.
I would say that if someone were to give some sort of evidence, then yeah, and that's not a waste of time for me because I like to do these and I like to normalize people who look like me who are non-believers.
That
So
makes sense.
yeah, so like
So in that, my only argument for that would be Timothy, where in the Bible it talks about how Timothy had to see the hands of Jesus and had to see the holes to believe, and he needed evidence. And it says that it's better for those who believe and don't see than those who do see and believe, because their faith is more genuine. So, like, I mean, I guess if you don't have faith in the context, then there really would be no reason to believe.
is faith really a virtue though? Is faith like useful?
It's only useful if you yourself say it's useful.
I mean, I would say this actually. Let me correct myself. Not that it's useful. Does it actually? Is it actually? Um, I don't want to use the word useful. Can it actually get
Substantial.
not substantial? Yeah, actually, yeah, substantial. Can it actually get you to the truth? Is faith useful to get you to the truth?
Well, it's comes down to the thing. If you seen something and tried to explain it to somebody else, how could you explain it to them to where they believe you if they don't see it?
Right, exactly. So it's better to have.
There's no way. There's no. It's a foolish game trying to do that.
What I'm saying is
It's
that it's better to have evidence if you saw something, right?
Yes.
And
Well,
I don't believe.
obviously.
Right, cool. So, but the thing is, what I'm saying is that the reason why I say faith is not very useful or substantial is because there are plenty of people who had faith in ancient times, right? The Egyptians had faith that the sun was a dude with an eagle for a head rising in his bed, but that's not true, is it?
Well, yes, but you're coming to the conclusion that all faith is useless based off of the faiths that were useless.
Not
And
necessarily.
for me, real quick, for me, it's like, is it possible? So for me, it's like those people were putting their faith in the wrong thing, or that just wasn't fate. But there's plenty of times that people have put their faith in stuff and it has worked out, but it doesn't mean that it was God in that sense. It just means that it was fate and it was always going to be like that.
Right, which means that faith is essentially a coin flip, which is not
Yes,
very useful.
for the person that doesn't have substantial evidence. So for somebody like me who does have substantial evidence in my own conclusion that I'm not able to prove to you, I am very sustained by my faith because I have seen continuous evidence of it. But that came with a cost. It came with a price. It wasn't just free.
Here's the
I didn't
problem.
just wake up one morning.
Here's the problem. If you cannot prove it to me, then you don't have substantial evidence. You have hearsay.
No, that's what I just said. I said based off of my own conclusion. Sorry, you have to listen to the context of what I say. I
Listen
said
to the
based off
context
of
of what
my
you
own
say.
conclusion.
What I'm saying is that if you simply say this is my own conclusion and it's evidence enough for me, that's fine. But that's hearsay. That's not really evidence. That's not substantial evidence.
But in my universe as well, that's the same argument you're giving me.
We live in the same universe, my guy.
No, I know, but I'm saying in my own perception, the way I view the world, you are giving me the same argument against what I'm saying that I can give against yours.
I'm not giving an argument against you. What I'm saying is that you have a position, and I'm saying that okay, what is the evidence to fill your position? And you're saying, oh well, it's just my opinion, man. That's not substantial for anything.
Well, yes, that was the conclusion of what we were talking about, but the whole objective was that faith was useless, and I said it's only useless if there's no evidence for that person.
It's completely useless because faith is not evidence.
But it's been very useful for many people. There's plenty
To
of
do
evidence for
what?
that. You can to do many things. I mean, people
Like
had faith
what?
that they could build the Burj Khalifa,
That
and it was
wasn't
very
faith.
difficult.
That wasn't faith.
Yes, they
Architecture
believed they could do it.
architecture doesn't take faith. Architecture takes math.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're right then. Is this all this is going to be? Is just I'm wrong, you're right?
It's not gonna be an I'm wrong, you're right. We're just having a discussion. Like you are definitely you obviously understand that
Hmm.
architecture is a thing, right?
No, I agree with you.
Right. So building the Burj Khalifa is not something that was based on faith. It was based on math, architecture.
Well, I just was saying that somebody believed that it could be done, and it was very difficult to build, and it got done. So I believe that that takes a matter of faith that it was going to happen.
It's not
And
about believing it could be done. It literally could be done because we have the materials for it. So they knew it could be done. We just have to figure it out. Same thing with space
okay,
elevators. Space elevators are
well that
possible to
that's
do.
just
We just don't have the technology for it
that's
yet.
just a mindless way of thinking to me. I think it's a lot more extraordinary than that.
It's not a mindless way of thinking, bro. But
Well, in your
listen,
opinion, yes. I
listen
mean,
to
this
what
is a discussion.
hold on. But
This
listen
is
to
just
what
a discussion,
listen,
right?
listen to what I'm saying,
So,
Smelly. When it comes to the Burj Khalifa, what do we need to know for us to build the Burj Khalifa?
well,
Did
that's
someone
like
just
one
say,
out of 1,000
hold on,
examples.
I
But
got you, I
yeah,
got
it
you. But
was just a hearsay. It
let's just
was
take that
random
example. Let's just
thought.
take that example. If people didn't just sit back and say, "Wow, I really believe I could build a big tower," and we're not across their day, right? What did they do to actually build it? They said we need materials, we need manpower, we need the certain mathematics to make sure that the base doesn't swing, that the wind doesn't swing too hard, and the top falls over the base. All that takes certain like
Well, yes, this is
trigonometry and all that good
preschool.
stuff,
We
right?
already know this.
Right,
Yes.
exactly. So what
What
I'm
are you
saying
getting
is,
at?
what I'm getting at is that faith is not substantial to build anything, to do anything. You need something else. Because if I had faith that I'm going to be a billionaire tomorrow, am I going to be a billionaire tomorrow?
Well, like I said, it's up to fate. It's not always substantial based off of the circumstances.
I need you to answer my question. If I have faith right now that I'm going to be a billionaire tomorrow, will I be a billionaire tomorrow?
Sorry, I thought I answered it with what I said, but the answer was no.
No, exactly. So what do I need to do to make $1 billion?
Well, what I believe is that faith without works is dead faith. So if you don't put work towards your faith, then you're never going to have anything.
Exactly. I agree with that. I'm not disagreeing. I agree with that. So that means
Do you
that
agree with
faith is just
something biblical?
yeah. There's lots of things in the Bible that I could agree with. Like thou shalt not murder. I agree with
So,
that. That doesn't make that the Bible is substantially true. There are things that I agree with. Like it does have good lessons. Like I don't have a problem with that. But what I'm saying is that yeah, faith without works is dead, which is why I'm saying that you don't just go off of faith on things. You need something else. Always.
well, yeah, you need to actually see that it's going to be worth it. You need to make sure you have the materials and the actual things. If you're just going to go blindly, then yes, you can expect nothing.
Yeah, you actually have to do something. Agreed.
Yeah, I never said you didn't.
All right, great. So that's what I'm saying. Faith is not substantial for anything. You need more.
Well, I just disagree. I mean,
You
it's just a
just said
discussion, right?
you just said that if I have faith I'm going to be a billionaire tomorrow, it will not happen unless I do something.
Yeah, but that doesn't make faith useless overall.
It is. It's basically useless.
Faith is the substance of things that are believed in and not seen.
I know.
So if I believe that I'll have a baby and I don't see it, and then I go and I put in the work to have a baby, and then you say that faith is useless, but yet I look at my son. So
But
it doesn't make
did
sense.
you actually do something to have the baby?
Yeah,
There you go. Your
and
faith
I
didn't make
had
the baby.
faith.
Your faith didn't make the baby. You did.
Okay, well, what about the times I failed?
Then
I
there was,
and I,
then there
and
was
I
just an
had
issue.
faith.
There was just an issue. Either it was the wrong
All
ovulation
right.
time or something
I
else.
think that it's up to fate. I believe in fate. I believe that everything happens for a reason, that everything's going to happen the way it's going to happen, no matter what we do about it.
I don't know what that means.
It's quite simple. It's preschool. You're very smart. You can easily grasp your mind around that.
No, I have no idea what you mean. What do you mean by that?
Okay. Well, I honestly came up here with the pure intention. I'm just trying to discuss as well as you, but I also don't think that you have the capacity to understand even the basics.
Okay, so you think because I disagree with you, I'm stupid?
No, no,
Okay.
I'm saying that because you asked me to understand what I just said and it was super basic, that was my conclusion based off of the evidence.
No, like not it. What you said wasn't basic. You put a bunch of words together, but it didn't make sense to me. That's why I asked you, what do you mean by that? You understand that you can put words together and they could make sense to you in your mind, but I'm not understanding what you're trying to put across. So when I ask you for clarification, that doesn't mean I can't understand you. That means I need
Well, I've been
clarification on what you're
talking
saying.
the same way this whole time and you've been answering me, so I figured you
Right.
would
So
understand.
that last sentence you made, I didn't understand what you meant. That's why
Okay,
I
well,
was
can
asking you,
you
what did you
repeat
mean?
the last sentence to me?
No, because now we're so far
Oh,
off of
okay,
it.
so you didn't really care, right?
No, I
It was
did
not really
actually
in your
care.
mind.
That's why I asked you, what do you
If you
mean?
cared, you'd remember, you'd know what
That's
I
not how that
said.
works, bro. That's not how that works.
You can't defend an argument where you don't know what you're talking about.
305-787-5641. Can you repeat that?
065-587-7641.
I said 305. Exactly. So you that's what I mean. Just because I didn't remember
Well, I'm
what you
not
just
trying to
said,
argue the
I
point.
understand that. I'm just trying to demonstrate
I'm
something.
not
Just
trying to
because
defend
I'm
something.
trying to demonstrate something to you. Just because I don't remember what you just said doesn't mean that I don't care or I wasn't listening to what you just said. What I'm trying to get across to you is that your last statement that you made, I did not really get it, didn't come across to me. So I'm asking you
Well,
to
maybe
just
it
repeat
wasn't
it. That's all I'm
important
asking.
then.
I'm just
Well, I
asking
don't
you to repeat.
remember it either because it wasn't important to
All
me
right,
either. I
all right, cool.
honestly
So it
thought
wasn't
to
important.
myself, okay, he's
All right,
going to
cool.
get it. He's going to answer and we can move on. And then
Right.
it didn't happen. So then
It
I
did.
forgot. And I was like,
Yeah, it
oh, it
did.
really wasn't that
Yeah, it didn't
important.
happen. So
Clearly.
I was just asking, hey, what do you mean? I didn't understand what you meant by that. That's all I was asking, bro. It doesn't
Well,
have to be
I just
anything.
meant
It doesn't
that,
have to be any.
some things aren't always what they
Smelly.
seem.
Hold on. It doesn't necessarily have, because listen, I want to have a genuine conversation with you, right? I'm not trying to gaslight you or trap you or anything like that. You don't have to
Okay.
do all this, bro.
I don't believe you are. I never said that.
All right, cool. So when you say I don't have the capacity to understand you, why be rude? I just didn't understand what
I
you
mean, if
said,
you're
bro.
gonna take that as rude, to
That
me,
was
it
very
wasn't rude.
rude.
Just
That
like
was
how
very
you
rude.
can't
Saying I
understand what I
don't have
just
the
said, or
capacity to
I
understand the
can't
basics is
remember what
very
you
rude.
just said,
Saying
means
I
that
don't have the
my
capacity to
rude.
understand,
I know.
saying I don't have the capacity to understand is very rude.
I understand that, and I'm sorry. I didn't know that that was rude to you, so I am now saying sorry. But in the moment, I didn't think that that was rude because on my own mindset, that's not rude. That's just me being honest.
No, it's rude.
Okay, well, it won't happen again then.
All right, great. We have what else you want to talk about? You have anything else?
I believe that the best reason to believe in God is your own security, knowing that you are well. And I have a peace about me where I just feel secure. And I believe that there's many good reasons. I could sit here all day and give you 100 reasons, 500 reasons, just all the good things that we have in life, even though we're suffering. If
Can
God was all bad, then we would not have anything good. We would not have love or peace or any joy or anything to smile about. It would
can
just be bad all the time.
not necessarily. Can I have peace and love without believing in a God?
Well, where does it stem from? That's what I wonder. I
What,
wonder
love?
where you can get that.
What do you mean where?
Daddy,
What do you mean
Daddy.
Sorry,
where
it's
can I
my
get love?
son.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. I just wonder where it stems from. Like, I wonder where we can get that if there's no God and there's no creator or anything. Like, how do we come up with consciousness and all that? Why aren't all the other animals driving cars and conscious and doing stuff we're doing? Why are we the only species that is at this level? You know?
Well, when it comes to human beings, like we evolved in a certain way for us to exchange information the way that we do, and we were able to have like think abstractly in certain ways. But that doesn't mean that other animals don't have consciousness, right? Other animals do know what they are and even who they are. You know what I'm saying? They just
How? Ever
eh,
since the beginning,
so
animals, they already knew what to do.
right.
They
So
already have it instinctively. Like
right,
they just
right. So
know. Like the bird doesn't
Smelly,
have to
Smelly,
even
Smelly,
worry.
Smelly. Hold on. Like sure,
Is it not
animals.
spectacular to you at
Smelly.
all?
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to answer you. When it comes to other species of animals, they are taught things, right? Like they are taught things by their
Oh, give me
parents,
a hug.
just like how we're taught things by our parents.
Just stop it.
But what about the original parents?
What do you mean the original parents? Like you
So, like,
you understand
imagine
evolution, right?
millions of years ago, right? Like the first bird or the first fish or whatever. Like, how did they know?
There was no first bird or first fish. Like
Okay, well, then
evolution
where
is
did everything come
populations.
from? Where did everything stem from then, according to you?
Oh, like
Was it
like the
bacteria? Was it
universe or life?
just life in general? Like how we got billions of trillions of different species of insects and mammals and sea life and everything just out of what?
Life very likely started from single cell organisms in the ocean.
And then they just kept making penguins and elephants
Dad, is
and
there more
whales.
lemonade?
Well, penguins didn't pop up in the
Are there
record
more
until about I think
lemonade?
500,000 years ago. So it's all about like evolution, right? Like
Inside.
evolution is
Like-
population
like
genetics
the-
and changing
like the
on
like
allele frequencies over time.
Where are they?
Hey, bro, do you want to go ahead and come back later? And because I know you with your son now.
I can listen to you and listen to my son at the same time. I'm very good at multitasking. You're talking
cool.
about how
So-
little tiny bacteria made its way across the universe somehow and made elephants,
It's not what I said.
made everything out of nothing.
It's not what I said.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. I wasn't really paying
Open
attention.
it.
I'll just come back another time. It's
What
useless.
is it?
All right, cool. You want to come back later? All right, guys. He's gonna go ahead and come back later. Hey, y'all, appreciate all y'all being here. If you want to talk about what I have on the board, go ahead and come on.